All right, here with Georgia after the first round of the Chevron Championship. Could you just provide a little insight to the conditions this afternoon?
Yeah, I think a bit tougher than I thought it would be. The wind got up, especially on my back nine. It was like a two-club wind at some parts, and I didn't really think it would be too windy this week, so I was a little bit surprised. But as I said, the greens are quite soft and receptive, so I think it made the approach shots a little bit easier because of it. But yeah, I mean, happy to get my afternoon round kind of out the way and see what the weather's like tomorrow.
And you said you've had some really good rounds here. What is it about this course that you really enjoy personally?
Yeah, I remember, I think I maybe shot like 3 under like last year as well, or the year before the first round. And I don't know, I think that it's a bit of a drawer's golf course, and I hit a slight draw, and I think that it's just very green and reminds me of home, and I quite enjoy like even the drive coming up. It's quite pretty, so I quite enjoy it. I think the holes are actually quite challenging as well, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, good.
When you tee off in the afternoon group, you put much stock on what somebody's done earlier in the round. You know, the couple, 7-unders were posted. What do you think about that, or is this one of those things like in the morning there's always going to be somebody posting a low score? You just kind of just play your own game?
Yeah, to be honest, I normally always look at the scores if I'm off in the afternoon, and it's the first time I never looked, and it was kind of just a bit of my mindset today. I was just really focused on myself and the way I was playing, and I didn't know anyone shot 7 under until I got to like 15. I was like, that's good. Yeah.
All right, Jill.
How much prep work did you get? I don't know if you got with the rain yesterday, if you got as much prep work in this week as you wanted.
Yeah, I got up really early yesterday and played 2 holes, and then it got cold, and then I went back to sleep, went back to the hotel, went back to sleep, and then came back and played 9 holes. So my coach is out here with me as well, which is really nice. First time like he's been here with me this week, and yeah, just like having a lot of fun, and I feel I prepared as well as I could have going into this round, so it gave me a bit more of like a settled feeling going out there.
Was there any particular shot that kind of got your round going today?
I think a birdie in the first and second really helped. This year I've kind of got off to a bad first like 6 holes, and it's hard not to have that in your mind, and I was teeing off 10, which is a tricky hole in itself, so for me to be 2 under after 2 relaxed me a little bit, and then I could just kind of play golf from there.
How long was your birdie putt?
6 foot, 5-6 foot. Nice. Yeah.
When you stand on the tee boxes at this golf course, where do you see the teeth of this golf course lying? Is it off the tee that you really have to do really well, or is it more on the greens to have success here?
I think there's 3 or 4 tee shots you have to be especially careful of. Hitting the fairway is going to obviously help you out a bit because some tee shots are a little bit tricky. I think distance control in your second shots, because there's a lot of greens that kind of wind round water or like big humps in there. So to be honest, I think that you've got to have everything going. Obviously, it helps if you hold some putts, but the greens are quite soft. So with chipping, I kind of feel like I know where, it's quite predictable where to land it.
Played today with Lottie Woad, fellow countrywoman, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you two chit-chat about anything in particular? And just how impressed are you with her game at such a young age?
Yeah, I played with her in a practice round at US Open last year, and that's the last time I saw her. And obviously saw her a bit at St Andrews, and I think it's great. I mean, she's like 8 years younger than me, so it's great to have like some English talent coming through, and I think that she's going to be a really strong player on the LPGA in the future years. I think that her mindset is she looks very comfortable out there and very confident, and we had some chats, and she doesn't come far from where I'm from, so it's great to see, and I was really happy when I was paired with her.
What has it meant to you to maybe be a role model as an English major champion to some of those younger girls that are now kind of finding their footing out here?
Yeah, there's not many of us on this tour, like only 2 or 3. So when I do see like someone from England coming through, they tend to be in like quite big gap years. So if I can be, but to be honest, I don't really think I am to her. She's just as good a player as I am. So yeah, I think she's got a bright future.
Georgia, you were telling me that you've got a change in mindset. What led to you feeling like, okay, I need to change things up?
Well, a few missed cuts. Also, just like when I hit one bad shot, I just thought it was like, I'm just not like, oh, I'm just so bad. And that's what I would think. And then it would just drag on for like 3 or 4 holes. And that's not really what I used to play like. And I think it's just easy when you sometimes don't get the results, which is very common when you play for this long. Like it's my 11th year out here. It's easy to go through like dips. And I think it's just the main thing is like how you like get back out of them. And that's just my main like priority and my main focus for the rest of the year, really.
How were you able to make that change? Was it something you read or did you talk with someone?
Yeah, reading like a Bob Rotella book, which I've already read. After I won the British, had like 5-6 months a bit not getting the results. I read that book and it really helped me. So I've just gone back to it really. And obviously just, yeah, people around me, like my team, have been really helping get my confidence a bit higher. And I really think that's just what I need to like get going, because I am actually fairly happy with the way I'm hitting it and, you know, the way my game is. So,
What's the name of the book?
How Champions Think.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.